All right, Carrie, you did an incredible report at Just the News about our global medical supply chain. I think a lot of Americans didn't realize how heavily we do rely on China for everyday medication that people take, as well as things like hospital gowns, masks, everyday masks, but also the respirator masks that people use, as well as instruments and sterilization tools for surgeries.
Yes, absolutely. We've seen really the breakdown in a lot of these supply chains, whether it was in January early this year, there were 9 million hospital gowns that Cardinal Health, which is one of the largest healthcare providers or suppliers here in the United States, had to withdraw their gowns that had been produced in China because there were 2 facilities from their supplier that they couldn't guarantee the safety of how these gowns were produced. Now, that's just one isolated example, but you're right. Systematically, we are incredibly heavily reliant on China. And I would say it's not just medical devices and medical items. We've also got it, and if you go to justthenews.com and read the piece, we delve into some of the additional sectors as well, everything from telecommunications, a lot of the high-tech chips, as well as manufacturing, automotive. There is just a lot of downstream effect. And there's another issue too, which is called the secondary effect of this reliance on China, which is maybe your company doesn't necessarily directly import from China, but the secondary components that you need to import, let's say you're a car maker in Germany, maybe you make your car domestically there and ship it to America, but then some of your suppliers are relying on China. There's a breakdown heavily along that way from a secondary standpoint. So President Trump has been sounding the drum on China, the warning drum, for decades, really. And what we're seeing in the coronavirus is that in many respects, a lot of economic experts are saying that he was right, that the United States needs to look elsewhere to diversify. And you and I both know one of the first principles of business is to diversify, and we just haven't been doing that as a country.